episode of Nebraska Public Media's own What If series is having a special screening and discussion at the Sheldon Museum of Art in Lincoln. That's tonight, June 5th. I do have to remind myself sometimes it is already June 5th at 5:30 p.m. The episode follows a group of refugee and immigrant women in Lincoln as they build businesses through Echo Collective's entrepreneurship program. My guests today to talk about this are What If host and producer Mike Tobias and Echo Collective founder Kelly Ross. Welcome to the Mill here, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
How did this collaboration first come to be?
I am always looking for story ideas. Echo and Kelly had been on my radar for a while, and it's such a natural fit for the series, which is all about innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Just the way Kelly started this, but also the women that she's been working with. It's just interesting people really thinking outside the box.
So when you think of those themes for What If, innovation, entrepreneurship, what about this ticked all the boxes? What are some elements of this Echo Collective project?
I think basically Kelly's story as a founder and creating this thing out of a little bit of her background. But then also all the women that go through the program that also have these very interesting, fascinating backgrounds coming to Lincoln from such a wide range of places and then launching businesses that are all over the place, very, very different types of things. It's a great story.
So Kelly, tell us about the mission of Echo Collective and the work that you do in the community.
Yeah, Echo Collective started in 2020, and our mission is to work with New American, that means any woman who was born outside the U.S., so New American women entrepreneurs living here in Lincoln. But we do it in a very unique way because the foundation of everything we do is based on building belonging and ensuring that there is complete integration with the local community, because there can be a lot of isolation and separation that you'll find in the New American communities. And really all that they're looking for is to feel like they're home. And so, yes, we focus on entrepreneurship, comprehensive A to Z education, but really what we're doing the whole time is community building and ensuring that they feel like Lincoln is where they belong and Lincoln is where they can thrive.
So for the entrepreneurship part of this, it's a part of what Echo Collective does, correct?
It is the venue that we use.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's the venue, it's the avenue, it's the model, but our foundation is belonging.
Okay. What are those challenges in more detail that immigrant or refugee entrepreneurs face compared to American citizens?
We focus on three primary barriers, and I'd say two of them might be inherent to New American women entrepreneurs. But the first one, of course, is the English language. A lot of folks are told when they come to the U.S., you can achieve your dreams after you achieve fluency in English, which if anyone has tried to learn a language, you recognize that fluency isn't really real. And so we work with women who can speak at least an intermediate level of English. And then the second primary barrier would be, as I mentioned before, the isolation, the lack of community, lack of support. Entrepreneurship is already a very lonely endeavor a lot of the times. And when you add being new to the country, speaking a different language, maybe dressing differently, different religious background, it causes all of these societal or even systemic barriers that prohibit people from approaching you and creating relationships. And then the final barrier that we overcome is just understanding, how do we do this? Yeah. So even when I started, Echo is a nonprofit. I also have another small business. There's not just one place where you can go and see exactly what you need to do to start your business. And so at Echo, we make it very clear everything's in one place and easy to understand.
So the Sheldon has an exhibition that's up right now that connects to this. Can you talk about why you're taking this specific episode of What If to Sheldon?
I think really the connection was made because Kelly helped organize that exhibit, and it's called Hyphen American. It's all about new Americans and their artwork and how it's reflected, their experience is reflected in it. Kelly can talk much more.
Oh, sure. About Hyphen
this.
American.
Yeah, Hyphen American gives us the opportunity to think about all the ways that we are different even if we share the same race or spoken language or religion or any other of those, what can be sometimes superficial characteristics, how different we are, but what unites us. What are the values that bring us together as Americans? And as you walk through the exhibit, you see those differences, but you leave feeling more united with everyone that you walked through. And it's a really beautiful exhibit that I encourage everyone to visit this summer.
I'd love for you to put us in the shoes of some of the people that you work with. After working with these women, what can you tell us about their mindset, their character?
So they have already had to do one of the hardest things anyone has ever had to do. They've had to leave home, knowing that they probably will never get to go back. Or if they go back, they will be changed in a way where they no longer fit in to their home. And so once they come to the U.S., their risk tolerance is quite high. And so entrepreneurship is a great way for them to make money for their families, because some risks that we might be uncomfortable with, they say, hey, I've already done one of the hardest things you can do. Let's figure this out. I want to dive in. I want to take a chance on myself, because I've already had to rely on myself in extreme ways to get here or to thrive here. And so working with these women is absolutely incredible, because if I'm the one that is figuratively standing in front of the classroom saying, we need to focus on growth mindset and resilience and determination, they're really just mirroring that back to me. And so I'm the one that has to be resilient with a growth mindset and determined. And so it's a really beautiful space where we're constantly sharpening each other through difficult situations.
So as to what to expect from the screening tonight, there's also a panel and a discussion. You'll be joined by Mo Nimick. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. So we're going to screen the piece, and then Kelly's on the panel, and Mo's one of the entrepreneurs that went through this cohort of the refinery. The refinery is their 4-month entrepreneurship program, and she's one of the two that we really kind of focus on in the story. Again, fantastic backstory. She came from a refugee camp in Thailand, came here without speaking any English whatsoever. She's now launched, she started working for different people doing interpreting, and now she's launched her own business doing that. So again, one of the great sort of success stories that comes out of Echo. So we'll see the story. Talk to Kelly, talk to Mo. Audience can ask questions. Hopefully there'll be lots of audience questions, and just get to have a good discussion.
Okay. You've been hearing my esteemed coworker, Mike Tobias here, host of Nebraska Public Media's What If? That is a series that spotlights innovation in Nebraska, along with the founder of Echo Collective, Kelly Ross. Thank you both so much for being here this morning.
Thank
Thank you.
And again, that's tonight, June 5th at 5:30 at the Sheldon in Lincoln. It will screen first with the episode of What If, and then that follows immigrant women participating in Echo Collective's entrepreneurship program. Anything that we missed?
The event tonight is free, and we have free desserts.
Well, dessert
Doesn't
is
get
an
any better than
important
that.
mention,
Right?
right?
So, yeah, free sweets.
And if you forget all of these details, just go ahead and head to the Friday Live page at nebraskapublicmedia.org to learn more.